Hello, honorable members of the Committee for Health and Human Services. I am Cesar Garcia speaking to you from Harlingen, Texas, in the southern valley of the Rio Grande River. I raised a family of 4 in Bangor, Maine, and worked as an emergency room physician at the Augusta, Maine General Hospital Emergency Department from 1999 through 2008. Last year, I matriculated into the Muskie School's Masters of Public Health program and have traveled back and forth between Maine and Texas. My position on LD 1577 is in full support of it. With my experience managing violent psychiatric patients, I've found that forensic psychiatric principles can be used to identify those patients with the highest propensity for violence. Expert opinion of forensic psychiatrists justifies transferring the most violent Riverview patients to the Maine State Prison Medical Intensive Care Unit. Here are 2 examples of how to stratify clients for the risk of violence. A client with an underlying paranoid schizophrenia might believe someone is persecuting him during this state of psychosis. If the patient had a comorbid antisocial personality disorder, his added history of impulsively violating other people's rights without remorse would make him a high risk of acting out violence on whomever his delusion perceived was persecuting him. On the other hand, a low-risk client for perpetuating violence is one with a schizoid personality disorder, because he doesn't care for social interactions, nor does he feel distorted perceptions of what someone is thinking of him, thus freeing him from paranoia. By lacking interpersonal misperceptions, he won't act out on his psychosis. This person might even prefer encountering fewer people at the Maine State Prison and thus free up a bed at Riverview. In the year 2013, Maine's Department of Health and Human Services reported that 85% of calls to the state capitol police were for complaints of assault by Riverview patients. In the same year, the Bangor Daily News reported that 20% of Riverview's population was being held as not clinically responsible for murder cases, while at the same time only 2% of the inmates at the Maine State Prison have been convicted of murder. There are a few cases of Riverview clients who committed homicide, rape, and assault that could have easily been avoided using forensic psychiatric analysis to relocate them to the Maine State Prison Medical Intensive Care Unit. In 2006, William Bruce, a schizophrenic patient who refused to take medication, was released home where he killed his mother with a hatchet. In 2013, Mark Murphy, a man with a prolific history of violence, lived on the floor of known violent forensic clients who repeatedly threatened to attack nurses and workers. Bruce subsequently stabbed a 13-week pregnant nurse in her hands and face several times. In 2015, Anthony Reed, a man with a history of violent outbursts and 2 acquittals of assault at Riverview by reason of insanity, attacked 2 staff members and a police officer. To my knowledge, forensic psychiatrists who are investigative specialists not typically involved in therapeutic management have not been consulted in the capacity of classifying Riverview forensic clients' risk of perpetuating violence. I believe that based on forensic psychiatrists' expertise in their field, transferring high-risk, violent forensic clients from Riverview to the Maine State Prison Medical Intensive Care Unit would be conducted professionally, ethically, and in the justifiable interest of public safety. Thank you very much.